Today was just hard luck. We came so close again in winning Thursday's predictions. But you know the funny thing? Most of the teams scored more than 2 goals. No, at least, no, let me say more than 2 goals. The only one team that we needed 2 goals from, Legia, decided to play just 1-0. They scored in the first half because if they had scored maybe a second goal, or Mode has scored a second goal, we would have seen some greens today. But anyway, it is all part of the game. I will always tell you that. Finally, the Champions League, Europa, and Conference League are over. And what does that mean? The league football returns. And that is where mostly we get the wins because the league football sometimes is much easier to predict and to win compared to the Champions League because if it becomes a home and away tie, sometimes home advantage, plays a role and injuries and all of that plays a role sometimes. But I really love the league games. Um this week, last week till this week, we've not seen a win yet. And like I've said, I am changing the approach. I am trying to make sure we get some wins and then we see some greens before the week ends. Okay. So I have a total of 8 games out here. You need to stay with me to the end of the video because some of the options are a bit different. And by the way, the matches my predictions for Friday are ready and available on my YouTube and on TikTok as well, so you can check any of them and then you'll find it out there. But this video will only be here on YouTube because you already know that on Saturdays and Sundays I post the games here on YouTube. So like I said, I have a total of 8 games with different type of options. There are so many games. I was thinking if I should give you guys 2 different type of slips, and if I have the time, maybe I'll try to do it. But the second game will drop a bit late, maybe tomorrow evening, because I have to sleep and all of that. I still have to work. So let's get into the games. For the first game, we have Union Berlin against Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. Bayern Munich are in top form. They are flying. They've beaten Leverkusen home and away 5-0. And I mean, company is doing great. So for that game, it is an away win for Bayern Munich. Bayern will probably win that game maybe 2-0 or 3-0. Union Berlin are in poor shape right now. So we move to the next game. That is the Cyprus League. We have Eris against Apoel Nicosia. Okay, Eris against Apoel Nicosia. Apoel Nicosia is Eris is top of the league. Okay, and I mean, whenever they meet in the last couple of fixtures, they've beaten Apoel Nicosia quite well, and they have an advantage. All right, so for that game, it is a home win for Eris. Then we move to the next game, which is Liberec against Sparta Prague. They are from the Czech Chance League. Okay, Sparta Prague is one of my favorite teams. Sparta and Slavia Prague. Slavia Prague is top of the table and Sparta Prague is second. Over the weekend they played and Sparta Prague beat Slavia Prague as well. And they are in great form. They've won most of their games. The only games they have lost so far in the last 15 or 20 games were the games in the Champions League. But apart from that, the league games, they've won most of them. But this game is quite a tough one. All right. That is the reason why I just don't want us to stick our head out there to try to go for a straight win and probably maybe end up not getting. So for that game, the option is over 1.5. Whenever they meet, there are normally more than 2 goals in that game. So we move to the next game, which is between Porto and AVS. AVS is a newly promoted team that came into the Portuguese league. Porto this season, we all know, hasn't been great. They've been losing here and there. Games where you expect them to win, they're going to lose. But they play at home, and this team is not in form at all. The last time they met, Porto beat them 5-0. And I'm anticipating that Porto playing at home this time around, they'll be able to get a result out of them. So for that game, it is a home win for Porto as well. I know some of you have your reservations about Porto and Sporting Lisbon because they've been messing up lately. But I can assure you that this game, AVS is not a team that I think will be able to bother Porto that much. Okay, so it is a home win for Porto. Okay, and we jump to the next game, which is Warwick and PSV. Warwick is in the Dutch league, the Dutch Eredivisie. PSV played Arsenal this midweek, 2-2. They drew, and I mean they lost in the first leg 7-1. Obviously, there was no way out for them. But now they return back to business in the league, and I think they would want some results because they are in second place. Ajax is first, and they would want some results. So for that game, it is an away win for PSV. Okay, so the next game is Al Okdud against Al Ali in the Saudi Pro League. Okay, Al Ali is where Bobby Firmino and Ivan Toney, and the rest play their football. Mahrez and the rest. I mean, they've been very good. Won, I think, 4 out of their last 5 games. And I am expecting a win out of this game as well. But the option, you have to be careful. Because this option, I don't know if you can find it on any other betting platform. But for the one I use to make my predictions, especially for my VIP group people, there is this option, which is away win or over 2.5. Okay, it doesn't mean that either the option should be away win or you are just going to pick over 2.5. No, it is together, away win or over 2.5. So it means is that if Al Ali does not win the match, the away team does not win the match, at least the score has to be 3 or more goals. I hope you understand. So it is away win or over 2.5. Then we move to the next game, which is Al Taawon against Al Ali. Al Hilal. Al Hilal. The team where Mitrovic, Neymar used to play. Al Hilal. They are top of the league. They've been a bit on and off in the last 5 games. But I expect them to get a result out of this game. And the option for this as well is away win or over 2.5. Just as I was explaining to you, it means that Al Hilal is either going to win the match, or even if they will lose or draw, there should be at least 3 goals, maybe 2-1, 2-2, or something like that. We are still in the game if it happens like that. Okay, so then the last game is between Sporting Lisbon against Famalicão in the Portuguese league. Okay, Sporting Lisbon is playing at home. They are top of the league. They have their striker Gyökeres back. So, I mean, they've started winning games again because they slipped off a bit for some time, but they are back to business and they are winning. So for that game, it is a home win for them as well. So these are the 8 games I have put together for Saturday. If I am able to get a time, I will drop one other set of games for you guys. Maybe it will be like 5 or 6 games, which will be a bit sure. This is sure as well, but 5 or 6 games so that we could have 2 options, because on Saturday and Sundays, normally there are a lot of games, so we have to be able to catch them from any angle. So I hope that you'll be able to see some greens. We will make it, and do not lose hope or lose faith. I'll see you in my next video.